Hello, David Applegate, Paul Cundiff here. I think I showed you a video already. Hopefully you've seen it, where your back deck was not very well attached to the sides, and we had some rot in what's called the covering board. There's rot right here. Matter of fact, you can see me just poke my finger in that. So rot in the covering board, and someone had replaced part of the covering board. Don't go away, Tony. Somebody replaced part of the covering board and used a different species of wood. Looks like they used genuine mahogany, which is cool, instead of Philippine mahogany. Cool from the standpoint of rot resistant, but not cool from the standpoint that it doesn't match. And then we found in this piece of covering board significant rot. That rot has infected the shelf board. Now we won't replace the whole shelf. We'll chisel this out, treat this, and put either a wood spline in there, or replace it with wood, or we may replace it with epoxy just as a filler. And then let's see, we found also right under here, this is actually the edge of the bottom plank, or the top plank, right underneath the rub rail. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to do what's called a Dutchman. There's no reason to replace the entire row of planks here. We'll do a Dutchman, and it'll hide very well. I can actually feel the rot down below here, but it doesn't extend down very far. And we've done this before. It'll pretty much disappear in the stain and varnish. Okay, so then we have a covering board here, and we have so the front half of the covering board, we have a joint we're going to have to fix right here. You can see it's moving, and that joint that moved may have caused this to happen. There's a split right here, and that can be repaired, and a little filler used, and it probably will not even be noticeable. So this section of covering board, hi Tony, this section of covering board right here doesn't really have to be replaced. And this front section of covering board, there's a rotted section here. It was completely missing. It was full of some caulk. This should have a corner in here of covering board, and then we have a problem here. And below here is supposed to be structure, and it is just flaking away with my finger. So I think we got to take this off, and I would recommend that we need to take this off, and I recommend that we replace this. We build this new, and that allows us to get into here and find out, repair any damage, any rot damage down here, because that rot will just infect the wood that we're putting on and ruin the wood that we're putting on. Okay, so we have the same thing going on this side. There's a big gob of caulk in here as well. It doesn't feel like it's rotted as badly, so we may be able to do just what we call a Dutchman, and we can lay a piece of wood in here that's got the same grain direction. It's the same species of wood, and we can make that disappear. And we have the same thing going on here. We have a section that is split out. From here to here, it's missing, but that could easily be taken care of. Matter of fact, we might even take care of the other one the same way. We might end up doing a Dutchman here, just running a router down that line and putting in a piece that fits right in there, has the same grain structure and the same grain direction. So anyway, just wanted to, so I'm not going to open a can of worms and take this one off. We took that up. The can of worms is already open over on the other side, but we we may just put an extra bung over here. We have some ways of fixing that. And then we'll double up on the bungs on the other side so that if someone was to look side to side and compare, that they would be the same. So anyhow, just wanted to give you an update on where we're headed. And you know, with our strip and refinish, some woodwork generally fits within that. There's always some wood repair that has to be done. So hopefully we can bring it in under the number that we budgeted for strip and refinish. However, of course, the more stuff we find, the more pressure gets applied to that number. So just wanted to keep you updated, and we'll talk to you soon.